Do you know who the main character of your life is? Obviously, it's you. You are the main character of your life. And when I say you, I mean all of you. Hi there, if you're new here, I'm Larissa, and today I'm going to be telling you how to stop channeling NPC energy and truly become the main character that you are. This video is the introduction to a 4-part superpower series. Each week, I'll be breaking down what you need to understand, what you need to do, and what you need to pay attention to so that you may become your own hero. I will be referring to various anime and video games, aka the ones that are listed right here, so please be warned, there will be some spoilers. And when I say you, I mean all of you. As the main character of your life, you need to learn how to accept yourself. Think about it. So even though we've had certain people that we care about and they've been there for different parts of our lives, there's always been one constant. And that constant is you. You were there when you were first overcoming a fear. You were there when you were laughing so hard that your stomach started to hurt. And you were there when you learned a very important lesson. You were there and will always continue to be there with yourself. So you can either be your best friend or become your worst enemy. And since you can choose, why not try to at least learn how to love yourself? It might not be easy, but it's definitely not impossible. Once you learn to accept yourself, again, all of yourself, even your insecurities, you're gonna open up so much space to realize how much other great aspects about yourself that you truly love. You'll be able to find confidence by focusing on different areas of your life. You'll learn that it's better to focus on strengths instead of what you lack. So don't take this as giving up. Continue to do what you want and improve yourself, but stop giving so much power to what you can't control and to worrying. So in a sense, it's like you're taking your power back. Worrying is gonna get you nowhere. It's just gonna consume all your energy, and most of the time, whatever we worry about, usually like 90% rarely ever happens. What actually does happen is what we don't expect. That's what surprises us. It's something that you wouldn't be able to worry about in the first place. So as you can see, worrying really will not help you in any sense. Also, I just want to make a note here. Do not confuse worrying or stress. Of course, let's try not to be too stressed out, but sometimes stress is there to let you know that you need to be doing certain things. If you're worrying about something that you can control, go ahead and take action. If you're worrying about something that you cannot control, it is out of your reach or just not even a real situation that has happened yet, there's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is improve your perspective. Shift your mindset from worrying and fear to happiness and joy, creating memories. Start focusing on the people that you love, what you love to do, and what you have passions for. So refocus that energy. And when you're ready to face your fears, you can now do it in a healthier method. You are the main character of your life. So this does not mean you don't need to help anybody and that you should just be so self-absorbed. That is not what I am trying to get across. But what I'm saying is you are the main character of your life. You need to learn how to be the hero for yourself first. You cannot help nor save anyone if you cannot help or save yourself. There's nothing wrong with helping others, even if you're still progressing. It's always good to contribute and help, but there comes a point when you help too much, you spread yourself too thin, that you cannot take care of yourself. So my point is, you can still help people or save people, but you should also save yourself. Help yourself. Make sure you are okay as well, because a real main character knows when to take care of their HP and their MP and just everything, so they are in tip-top shape when they need to help others and save the day. For instance, in Demon Slayer, you know how Tanjiro could not protect his sister? He didn't really know how to fight. Not too much of a spoiler as long as you just watch the first episode, but later on, he knows that he needs to improve. He needs to take care of himself by getting healthier, exercising, training before he can go ahead and protect his sister. So again, do what you need to do to help yourself so you can be able to help others if you want to. You might be the villain in somebody else's story. So this could vary for so many different reasons. You might have intentionally or unintentionally hurt somebody before, and you might not even know who that person is. Or you might just have made them upset because you don't fit into their version of the way they want you to be. face regret by choosing to own up to your mistakes and learn how to take responsibility for your life. We're not perfect. We're human. There are going to be times that you regret your decision or you regret saying a choice of words against another person that you care about. You might regret certain actions or inaction that you failed to do in the past. Whoever you hurt, you owe that person your power to change. You owe yourself the ability to learn from your mistakes. But this first starts with learning to forgive yourself. You cannot change the past. Sure, there are a lot of animes and a lot of video games where you might be able to time travel, but at least here on Earth, in real life, Earth, IRL, we can't time travel. We can't go back to the past, but what we can do is focus on the now and focus on what we can change to improve the future. If you feel guilty, that's a normal reaction, especially if you regret something. But instead of just wallowing in your guilt, not improving, just allowing that to grow and fester up inside you without even trying to improve or at least trying to atone for what you have done or even trying to make it better with that person, reach out to them, help them, or if they don't want to talk to you, just trying to do something that can make you better for the world, where you can finally contribute in a sense. Maybe you had made a mistake and hurt somebody in some way that you didn't intend to, but now you've learned from it, you've learned how to mature from it, and now maybe you can help others who are unaware of how they might be unintentionally hurting people. So there's a lot of ways that this can go, but if you're just gonna wallow around in your self-pity, you're not even the NPC at that point. You're like a person that's like inside a random house in a video game where like the hero can't even go into the house, so they don't even know you exist. So if you want to become the main character, you need to learn how to not let go of all your mistakes. We make mistakes, we're always going to make mistakes, but learn how to move forward. For instance, there's so many times that I might have regret what I've done with my academics. I wish I studied more, I wish I did this, or maybe I had an issue with people I care about. If I wallowed in self-pity and just felt guilty and avoided them or avoided what I needed to do, I wouldn't have graduated. I wouldn't have improved my relationships over time. So become the main character by first learning to forgive yourself, then accepting yourself, and once you learn how you really are, just know this: main characters are dynamic. You are dynamic. Okay, I think I got the point, so I am going to the next one. Oh no, I'm not going to the next one. There are some examples that I wanted to give you, just so you're aware. So for instance, in games where choices matter, both decisions can lead to consequences that the main character might not like, but they still have to go ahead and make a decision. For instance, in Telltale, Walking Dead, Clementine or Lee, you can see the pain in their face when they end up having to make a decision and it doesn't play out how they had hoped it would. Maybe they didn't even have a hope for that decision, but they just knew they had to take it, and it's uneasy. Sometimes you're gonna feel guilty about it, but sometimes you have to make that decision. There's a lot of different scenarios that I can go through, but again, just really think about the situation and just try to grow from it. Just try to move on from there. From there, you can see Lee and Clementine grow after making those decisions. And another point too, so even though the main character might feel some remorse, you as a player can also feel some remorse when making choices in a choices matter type of game. So if you've ever played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there is a family in an island called Kefalonia. I think it's Kefalonia. The family was about to get killed by these soldiers. So I was like, so this is where I also kind of regret it too, but again, it's just a game. But still, like, you still feel that remorse. But basically, at that split moment, I wanted to save them. I felt so bad. So right when I saved them, I think the soldier told me that, like, oh no, like, they're sick. So I was like, so, you know, I'm just gonna save them. My decision ended up making that whole island have a plague. After I learned about it later on in the story, I just felt so bad because that was my decision. There's nothing that I can do other than move on and continue to play the game. Again, it's a game, but same goes for real life too. There's gonna be decisions that you need to make. There's gonna be times that you unintentionally hurt someone, or you might have to hurt someone because you need to stand up for yourself. Some people might not like you because you don't fit into their ideal version of you. So this is purely internal and has nothing to do with you. There are going to be people who try to take advantage of you and get upset when you choose to to finally stand up for yourself. In a sense, they could be the villain of your story, but with manipulation and gaslighting, they can try to make it like you are the villain of their story. But no matter what, be proud of yourself for finally standing your ground and standing up for yourself. For instance, in Fruit Basket, Akito would manipulate many of the Zodiac family members, gaslighting them by constantly telling all of them that they're deluded. For instance, Akito would often tell the cat, Kyo-san, or Kyo-chan? Kyo? Just Kyo. Akito would tell Kyo how he is the one that killed his mother. He is the one who is guilty. He is the one who is deluded. But for one, Kyo didn't even ask to be born as the cat. And even though he was born as the cat and how his appearance was, he never did anything to lead up to that. If anything, it was all of the external people that were blaming the mother, especially the father, blaming the mother about her son, the cat, that drove her into that. But either way, Kyo did not do anything. The mother ended up killing herself, but Akito continued to tell Kyo and remind him that, hey, you are the one that killed her. You are the one that's guilty. You are the monster. You will never be loved. Just so Akito, the god, can continue to keep Kyo, the cat, in check. Kyo then begins to change and accept himself. He finds someone who accepts his true form and finally finds the fault in what Akito says. Do not allow your Akitos to run your life. Like Kyo, learn to love and fight for yourself so you can protect your well-being and others you care about, aka Toru. There will be times when people just don't like you. They might not like how you dress or how you talk. You guys don't vibe together. Or they might even just be jealous of you for something else, or they just might have internal issues that they're putting against you. So there's so many different reasons why someone might not like you, and that's okay. We're not made for everybody. You should not live your life trying to please everyone because you're just gonna lose yourself in the end of the process. Again, I'm going to bring up Fruits Baskets because very relevant right now for this part of the story. So in the anime, Hiro does not like Toru. He is jealous of her, but she has never met him before, so why would he be upset? What did she do? Hisa, the love of his life, ends up loving to hang out with Toru because it's like a big sister. Hiro is just jealous that he feels like he can't provide that happiness to Kisa like Toru can. So he goes ahead and meets Toru, kind of steals her wallet, and then if she was the one that, you know, she did kind of let him get away with it for a second, but then she realized and she was like, no, I'm gonna stand for myself. I'm gonna go get it. And then she went to go grab it. She went to talk to him to let him know that, hey, I need that. That's mine. So she didn't go ahead and try to please him. Again, you are going to meet people who just don't like you, whether they just be jealous of you, whether they internally there's something wrong and what they perceive of you, or your personalities might just clash. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with them. Maybe they don't like loud people and you're loud, or maybe they don't like quiet people and you're quiet. Again, there's gonna be so many different reasons why someone might not like you, and you shouldn't change yourself just to please them. You shouldn't give up what you want, what you like, what you care for just to please someone else, because in that sense you are no longer yourself, so how could you be the main character? Main point, don't allow others to keep you from your happiness. Don't try to please others who have no care for you, and don't neglect yourself. How to stop channeling NPC energy, because you are the main character of your life. So as a recap, to kind of make sure you are ready for the rest of this series on how to become the main character you are and to stop channeling NPC energy, is to accept yourself, learn to forgive yourself, be you, be unapologetically you. Remember, you are the hero of your story. You need to make sure to help yourself first so you can help anybody else that you might want to. Think about it this way. So you know when you're going in a plane and they always emphasize put like the mask on you first before you attempt to help somebody else? That's like a really important key factor to remember in life, not just on a plane. You'll be able to help others in a better way when you are mentally clear and mentally level-headed to go ahead and assist them. So in turn, it's gonna be a lot better for them too if you take care of your well-being. And last, you probably are the villain in some other people's stories, and that's okay. As long as you're not the villain for people you care about, own up to your mistakes and try to improve that. But if you are the villain of people who are irrelevant and don't matter to you, just focus on yourself. Focus on your happiness and focus on the people you care about and their happiness. So that's all for this introduction video of the main character superpower series. The next ones that are are going to be coming out are the main character versus NPC, non-playable character, or you know, small like side characters if you're an anime, because in animes you can't really play them, you're just watching them. Stats and skills you need to pay attention to, and how to regain your power. I hope you enjoyed and you got something from this. If you did, definitely like this video and click subscribe so you can see the rest of the series coming out. Bye friends! I hope you have a wonderful day because you are amazing, you are the main character, and you deserve to live a happy life. Okay, peace.